You're listening to the Blondish.net podcast. I'm Niall Flores, and I'm your hostess. I cover topics like WordPress, blogging, social media, search engine optimization, and web design. I hope with this podcast that you'll be able to rock out your website like a rock star. So let's get it on. This podcast presentation is Making Money Using WordPress. My name is Niall Flores, and I run Blondish.net. That's BLONDISH.net. You can follow me on Twitter at the username BlondishNet. That's BLONDISHNET. Of course, if you notice, there's no dot in between the H and the N. So, the objective of this presentation is to give you ways you can make money using WordPress, tips to set you on the right path, and WordPress plugins to assist you along the way. So when I originally did this podcast, it was at WordCamp Orlando in 2014, and that was in December of 2014. And one of my good friends, Syed Balki of WPBeginner.com, he asked me a question if I got this common question asked to him. He had said, I keep getting asked at WordCamps on how can you make money when WordPress is free. Well, yeah, WordPress is free. You can download it from WordPress.org and do anything you want with it. It's absolutely free. So, first thing is first, why WordPress? Well, it's fast to set up. It's easy to learn. There's tons of tutorials out there, especially video screencasts. WordPress is always updating and tries to keep on top of the latest technology, and you can do anything you want with it, including making money with WordPress. So before we get into this, there's some content creation and social engagement truths. Regardless of what you want to do online to make money, you're going to be creating content. That's the first one. It's kind of like going to a conference and introducing yourself during the networking, time slots. All these people are standing around, and each person has their own little story. That's their content. And you have your own story too. So you had to put together this content so you can introduce other people. So it's the same thing with websites. You're going to be creating content. 2, just because you built a website doesn't mean they'll come to your site in droves. This is not the field of dreams, people. Just because you built it, they will not always come. You cannot always rely on just search alone. You have to tell people about your site. Share it, like it, get, word of mouth, whatever you need to do, you need to tell people about it. It's great that you build a site, but, that's not the only thing you need to do. Google likes unique and quality content. Write what you know. Or if you don't know it, hire somebody that does. That's just as passionate about you and your topics. This is very important, especially if you're trying to build trust and authority in your niche. And my last one is you're going to need to talk to people. Yes, this kind of turns in with like number 2, but it is really important. You really need to talk with people. This is one of the biggest things that I see with website owners and business owners online, that they fail to understand what engaging with other people mean. Engaging with people means you need to talk with people. Now, of course, this is about content creation, somewhat, with making money with WordPress. But I'm going to tell you that blogging is not necessary. It's not required, but it certainly is recommended in order to build authority. So make money using WordPress. How? WordPress is what you want to make of it. Using WordPress to make money only needs to begin with an idea. What can you do? It depends on what you want to do, but this wouldn't be a good presentation if I didn't give you some leads, right? So let's break it down. I've actually put this together in a way that makes a lot more sense. The main ways people can make money online fall within these 4 categories: e-commerce, affiliate marketing, a service, whether it's online or in store, and the last one is blogging and news. Now, I will go into each one of these, bear with me. So first we have e-commerce. Obviously, you're selling something. This isn't something I need to really go into a whole lot of depth because it makes sense. You're selling something. So what I wanted to do is give you a really good recommendation. Of course, there are a lot of plugins out there that you can use for shopping carts. I could list, at least, a dozen different ones. However, I'm going to give you a few that I feel are the best. The first one I want to start off is WooCommerce. It's free and it's robust and it's an amazing shopping cart right out of the box. So here's kind of a screenshot. Once you install WooCommerce, you can see the single product on your left, and you can see basically your shopping, whole shopping cart, all your listing of your products on your right. And so you can see with this you can actually do product descriptions. You have several places you can do that. You can do quantity. There's even more than that. There's tons of extensions for this, both free and premium. And you can even make WooCommerce into stuff like membership sites. You can make it into a place where people can learn how to do something if you're offering lessons. You can do, there's so many things that you can do with this. You can offer coupons for people to get discounts on your site. You can have an affiliate area. You can have different payment gateways other than just the default PayPal. There's so much that you can do with this plugin. So yes, I listed WooCommerce, and then the general gist of these is of course they're going to be selling something, and they're pretty good, somewhat robust. So the other ones that I really like, because obviously I don't want to list a whole dozen of them, are the iThemes Exchange plugin, WP e-commerce, and Easy Digital Downloads. So the next area for making money is called affiliate marketing. And the cool thing about affiliate marketing, you can literally create full websites or just pages around a product, or even more than one product that you don't even own. There are programs out there that you can sign up and earn a referral commission off of. So this is pretty cool. I mean, you don't even have to own this product. Somebody else, maybe you like to, you're in tech and maybe you blog about WordPress or blogging or something, and maybe you want to get into affiliate marketing, like themes from like different theme places, like Elegant Themes or Studio Press, or maybe you want to affiliate with certain plugins like Gravity Forms or something like that. So you can actually make a little bit of a commission off of it, and if you get enough people, it can be a good chunk of money. So affiliate programs, the ones I'm listing in this are They're dedicated to listing companies that have affiliate programs. So I've got commission junctions, share sale, and then of course the Amazon Associates program. And unfortunately, in some states, the Amazon Associates program is not available because of their state laws. So the thing about sites like Commission Junction and Share a Sale is that they list all these different affiliate programs from all these companies wanting people to sign up and apply. So what you do, you go in there and you sign up first, and then you go through and search through places that are relevant to the niche you want to build, and you find those products that you are interested in, and most likely you're going to apply, and you're going to tell them what your intentions are and everything, and they'll either automatically approve you or you have to wait to be approved. But basically, once you're approved and everything, they'll give you a link to put on your site, or maybe even a banner, or maybe you have to buy or make a banner and then link it on your website. So people click on it and it's trackable, and if they buy, you make a sale. So I did want to say that there are some affiliate plugins out there on WordPress.org, and they allow you to integrate some of the affiliate programs with your website. For example, Amazon products. And in this slide in particular is a link to peruse on affiliate plugins. In case that you're using, like, for example, WooCommerce or Easy Digital Downloads or some other shopping cart, maybe you want to make your own affiliate program. So I've actually found a pretty sturdy one. Yes, it costs, but it's well worth it. In fact, it's made by the same people of Easy Digital Downloads, called Affiliate WP. And so basically, in this one, I've given a screenshot of what Affiliate WP kind of looks like. So you see kind of like the affiliate's name, their ID, what they've earned, what their rate is. You can adjust their rate if somebody, maybe you have a really good friend that they're like a power affiliate marketer or whatever. Tells you how many paid referrals, how many visits, if they're active, not active. You can customize this plugin even more. They have great documentation for you to do so. This actually integrates with iThemes Exchange, Easy Digital Downloads, WooCommerce, and Restrict Content Pro. So after this, we have, after the affiliate marketing, we have services. And before I get into that, we have to go into 3 truths. These are really important to know. First, it's important to have an about page to let people know who you are and what you're offering. This is huge because when people go to your site and you have nothing about who you are and nothing about what you're offering, they get confused. And most likely they're going to go away. And this is as bad as having a slow loading website. It's basically, they've looked all over, they have no idea what the heck they're doing here and why it matters, so they're just going to go away. So it's kind of like, just like I told you earlier about going to a conference and having the ability to introduce yourself in the networking time slot. If you don't have that content that tells people who you are and what you offer, then they kind of forget about you. They'll probably take your card, and then maybe when they get home or maybe when they get to the hotel, they'll toss it out because they really just, you're not very memorable. The next truth is, it's important to have a means of contact and even a newsletter. This is really important. If you don't have an open door to your your audience, then they can't tell you if something's wrong on your website, or make any cool suggestions, or give you poor or positive feedback. Doesn't matter what it is. They need to be able to contact you so that you know what's going on with your own business. If you're just plopping your site out there and you have no care what people think of your website or any of your products, then I don't know why you're online. And it's important to have a newsletter. I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. The very last truth, and this is the big one: return on investment is the name of the game. Or return on investment, also known as ROI. This is very, very important. And I'm going to tell you why. I have this quote that I've been saying for quite some time. Your goal is to gain subscribers, commentators, engagement, and above all, buyers. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of window shoppers and empty pockets. This is really important. If you're not telling people who you are and what you're offering, and basically you have window shoppers and you have empty pockets. So getting to that newsletter. So people who stumble upon your site may not always be immediately interested in what you've got. Offering a newsletter allows you to keep contact and maybe bring them back later. So let me kind of roll this back a little bit, because I have a little bit of a story about this. So when I was at WordCamp Orlando, the room that I was in had over 125 seats in it, and they were filled. And then I also had people standing, and I asked people, I asked them, how many of you go check your email first every day? I am not kidding. Almost 95% of the room raised their hands. That means their email, their inbox, is their home. If you have a newsletter, you've basically gotten to people's homes if they've subscribed to you. You are the first person, or one of the first people, in the door every day. So that means if they don't have a really, really busy schedule and they see your email and you've done your newsletter just right, they might actually come to your website, read your articles, they might look at your deals, they might do something. And that's the point of the newsletters. They need to do something. And you know what? It could potentially make you money. It's, if you have a newsletter and you're not doing anything with it, that's even just as bad as not having a newsletter. So make sure that if you decide that you want to have a newsletter, you're doing something with it at least once a week. And here's some newsletter services. Now there's more than this, and I'm not going to tell you to go to one or the other. The reason why is because, one, I'm not affiliated with these, and even though I use one of them, like MailChimp.com, I want you to look at each one of these services first and read what they do, what they offer, their pricing, their terms of service, and everything else, and see if it fits you. So I've got aweber.com, MailChimp.com, ConstantContact.com, and MadMedia.com. I will warn you that two of these on this list, like MailChimp and MadMedia, are a little more strict about their policies on affiliate marketing. But MailChimp in particular is a lot nicer. They're a little more lenient. You just have to make sure to go to their knowledge base and find out what programs they do not allow. And if you're not sure, they are more than happy to answer your questions. As long as you're not already pushing out the emails with those questionable links and that it, doesn't hit their system, make sure that you're aware of what you're getting into first. As for Mad Mimi, you have to be careful, because if you're pushing certain affiliate links out and they catch you, and you happen to also be with GoDaddy, who is the owner of Mad Mimi, you will be terminated. So you have to be careful on what you're affiliate marketing. So after the newsletter services, we've got newsletter related plugins. These actually get those services that I just mentioned to integrate with your WordPress site, and then you could put up stuff like pop-ups, sidebar opt-ins, after post opt-ins, slide-in opt-ins, kind of like a hello bar kind of floating opt-in, all kinds of stuff. And the one that I really like that I use is optinmonster.com. And you have all these different types of options to integrate into your site. And it actually, the customizer actually uses the natural WordPress customizer. And my favorite option for opt-ins is the exit intent, because I'm a person that doesn't like to be in your face. If you don't know me, then I shouldn't be giving you a pop-up. So here's some more newsletter plugins. They're not as fancy as Optin but they are free. And so there's one for MailChimp, Aweber, Constant Contact, and Mad Mimi. And I've given you all the links just for them. So if you see the little kitty begging, I beg you, please, if you just have a simple service and don't want any shopping cart, or if you're a local storefront, add a contact form. It goes with that, having that door open so people can contact you. Where are you at? Are you offering any cool deals, this week? Especially if you're a local store and you just want to have a simple website, say, hey, I'm here, here's what we offer, come and see us, blah, blah, blah. Well, give them a way to contact you other than giving you a phone call. Some people don't like to freaking call you. I'm just going to say this. They don't like to get on the phone. They like to email. These days people are going to want to Facebook you. They're going to tweet you. They're going to G+ you. Maybe not G+ so much, but the first two, yes. And so definitely having a contact form is a good thing, because, like I said, some people just really don't want to call you. So the ones I'm listing here, there's tons of forms out there. I'm giving you 2 different ones, but they're really easy to use because they're both drag and drop type forms. And basically you just click the button and it'll populate on the one side where you can customize the fields. And then if you want to, drag them into a certain order, you can do that. So we've got Ninja Forms. It's free. It's free out of the box, but they actually have some extensions they have some free extensions, and then they also have some premium extensions. Ninja Forms lately has been a plugin that some other like themes and other plugins are trying to integrate with. So Ninja Forms, you can actually, I believe there's some PayPal integrations that you can do with Ninja Forms. So say if you're only selling one product on your website and you just want to do it with a regular form, and you're cool with PayPal, then you can do that with Ninja Forms. Gravity Forms is almost somewhat like Ninja Forms, but it is a premium one. And basically with the premium plugins, you're actually really paying for the support and sometimes extra extensions. They sometimes have a few extra features, but for me, I believe in the premium plugin system because it supports the continual development of that plugin. So after talking about those two plugins, this is actually a screenshot of the Ninja Forms plugin. And so going back to what I was kind of saying about this, on the left column, you'll see template fields, layout elements, user information, payment fields. So basically, if you click on any one of those buttons, what happens is over to the right side, one of those fields you can customize will open up, like maybe a text area or like a regular field or something like that. So you can customize the label, its position, how many columns, all that, all sorts of cool stuff. So definitely, there's no excuse. There's some free forms out there that you can integrate with your website so people can contact you. So the last area of how you can make money using WordPress is blogging and news. Blogging and news-based sites usually are going to use several methods to make money using WordPress. You're going to have third-party ads, affiliate advertising, in-house banner or text ads, sponsored posts. You can become a brand ambassador, or ebooks. So third-party ad services. Now, many of these WordPress plugins are available at WordPress.org to integrate into your website. That would be WordPress.org/plugins. And so the ad service for Google AdSense, basically you tell what site you wanted to put on, what size of ad, whether you want it text or banner, and basically you can integrate it into your sidebar or after a post, before a post, in a widget area. And basically people will go in, and if they like an ad, they'll click on it. Chatika is the same way as Google AdSense. Buy-sell ads is a little bit different. Buy-sell ads, you go there and you sign up to their website and into your website on all the information. What they do is they gather information on your website, and if they like what your website topic is, and they can find a place to fit you in their program, then basically advertisers will come and look at your website and see if they want to advertise in your site, and they'll give you a bid that you can approve, and basically you split the cost between buy-sell ads and yourself. And it's kind of like that with Ad Engage as well. The next way that you can make money using WordPress in this area is becoming a brand ambassador. You can work with brands to receive products and or money. So a little bit of backstory and everything. I've actually had 2 clients in the past that were actually that were lucky enough to get into the same brand ambassador program with Toyota. So basically what happened was for about a year they represented Toyota, and they got money, lots of money, and they got a car, and then also they were in a commercial for bloggers that were brand ambassadors. And all they had to do for a whole year is represent them and blog a couple times a month with their certain hashtags and certain keywords and everything else that they wanted. There were certain things that they wanted them to do. And so basically the brand ambassadorship does that. So sometimes they'll just give you a product to review, and maybe they'll give you they'll let you have that product. And other ones, they might let you have money. And that's pretty cool. Maybe they'll let you have the product and the money. So one of the easiest places to become a brand ambassador is the influencer marketing campaigns at Triber. That's at TRIBERR. Now in Triber, they actually have a syndication community where you sign up, and basically if you're joining these different syndication communities, there could be blogging, there could be WordPress, there could be tech gadgets, there could be something, blogs about blogging, whatever. There's different groups, they help each other, and they help each other by commenting and sharing each other's articles. However, the influencer marketing campaign is a part of Triber, and it allows you to go look at these companies that are looking for possible brand ambassadors. And of course, you go there, you express your interest, and of course, you tell them your website and everything else. And if they like you, then they'll negotiate with you until you become a brand ambassador. It may require you making so many posts for a month, and it could, or so many posts over a certain amount of time. But with this place, you most likely get money. Last time I was there was like a campaign. I can't remember the company, but you could earn over like $300 in a month. Wow, $300 for a couple posts in a month? Hey, that's cool. And this is, other than going to Triber, the other way that you can go out and get a brand ambassadorship is to actually either do a search to see if there actually is any companies that actually list brand ambassadorship opportunities, or if you are a person that likes certain companies and everything, like for example, if you're a mommy blogger and everything, and you like Play School or something like that, or Gerber or something like that, then you go to those places, and if they don't have something there about brand ambassadorship, just contact them. You never know. They might have a program, or they might, if your information about your website, like your visitors, your demographics, your social handle, counts and everything else, your clout score, whatever it is, if they like that, then they'll want to work with you. So if you want to do the brand ambassadorship, you better have a media kit ready to give them, so they have all that information, and it makes it easy for them to decide whether if they want to work with you or not. The next thing is sponsored posts. You can get paid to blog. This has been around for quite some time. In fact, IZEA is probably one of the oldest companies I've known that does sponsored posts. In fact, one of their properties was paper posts. They also were Social Spark, their sponsored tweets, and everything else. The cool thing is IZEA has actually gathered all of their properties into one. So if you go to IZEA.com, you could go into their influencer marketing and everything. You sign up, put in all your your connections with Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, your blog, and everything else. And IZEA actually calculates a score. In fact, IZEA is the same owners of Klout, the KLOUT.com, where they actually use that to measure your influence. And they use that score to give to the advertisers in IZEA.com, so they can see how influential you are, and decide whether they want to do, allow you to bid for their products. Some of them will actually reach out to you and offer, say, hey, we want to work with you. We'll give if you do this, we'll give you this much money. Otherwise, they actually do have opportunities all the time where you can, submit a bid, and the possibility that you could, get paid to blog, get paid to tweet, get paid to post on Facebook, on Google Plus, on LinkedIn, on several other places. Another place is Blogvertise. There, basically, you just sign up and you put your website name, URL, what your categories are, some tags, and everything else. And basically, they fit you into the system. And sometimes they'll come up with, some opportunities for you. And so you have to be really careful with these and make sure that you're picking the stuff most relevant to your site and to your brand. But it's a really good way to get paid. Another thing is, like I said, is in-house banner ads or even text ads. These are actually WordPress banner ad plugins that you can do in-house banners yourself. And I like adsbydataFeeder.com and WP125. These allow you to put banners in your sidebar, like WP125, simply 125 by 125 pixel banners. Those little square banners that you see in sidebars that come in like 2s or 4s or 6s. Ads by Data Feeder is pretty cool because you can do any type of size. You can make it rotate, and you put it just about anywhere on your site if you want. So with the in-house banner ads, you probably will want to start with putting an ad, a banner up that has like your own custom little made banner that says advertise here, and people can click on it and go to your advertise here page where they can see what your requirements are, your stats and everything, and then a form so they can contact you if they're interested. So I know that this presentation is a little bit long, so I was like, psst, at the very end. I've got more to say that will help, like SEO and motivational talk. The takeaway is the tools I've shared here and throughout the presentation. And so other than just the tips in this presentation, the following are presentations that I've done in the past that will really help you along the way. So the first one is WordPress SEO, getting back to the basics. And then the next one is avoiding bloggers block. In fact, in this one, sometimes if you're having a problem with creating content, I've actually put a very general list together that you can actually generate many times over topics based on those very general topics, and it can be used for almost any niche. The cool thing is that if actually you go to my website, I've actually started a really cool ultimate list of blog ideas, and that means I've actually started giving ideas per niche, and it's growing. So you may want to go to my website and get yourself hooked up with that. And the last thing, if you're not convinced that, if you're a business owner and you've been listening to this and you are not blogging, but you're kind of on the fence, I've got this slide share in here, this presentation on how blogging can benefit your business. I really urge you to go and look at it, and I assure you that blogging is really a good idea for your business. So this is the end of my presentation. My name is Niall Flores, and the picture on the right is my silly son holding a Facebook-like sticker. And you can follow me on blondish.net. That's blondish.net. On Twitter, you can follow me at blondishnet. It's the same thing as my domain, except with no dot in between the S, the H and the N, the H and the N. Oh my gosh, it's been so long, I almost can't talk. And on Facebook, you can follow me under my name, Niall Flores, and that's my professional fan page. So thank you so much for listening in, and stay tuned for other podcast presentations and my other podcast episodes.
Thank you for tuning in to this Blondish.net podcast episode. And once again, my name is Niall Flores. You can either like, comment, or even ask questions wherever this podcast is posted at. I'd be happy to answer them. If you're looking for WordPress design and development services, I actually specialize in designing and developing WordPress websites that convert, which means I can deliver a website that you can use in order to gain subscribers, social sharers, comments, and even buyers. So, in other words, I make sure you get a return on investment. So please seek me out at blondish.net. That's blondish.net. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next Blondish.net podcast episode.